Thanks to the support as a channel member, Mike Camera. The wobble has begun, mainly because the injuries continue to accumulate, including losing our goalkeeper for months. Which, as you can see, has led to April being a little bit of a wobble month. Look how solid we were at the start of the season. What's that, 13 consecutive wins, I think? And now we've not won in our last 4 games in the league. To be fair, we've only lost 1 of them, but we've lost our confidence a little bit, along with losing our goalkeeper. We are still top of the league, but only by 1 point ahead of River Plate, who've got a game in hand, 3 points ahead of Boca Juniors, who also have a game in hand. We're still to play River Plate before the end of the season as well. So that is an alarming situation, especially because we're going to be without Guido Gonzalez, our goalkeeper, for at least another couple of months. He is quite important, a 6'6", 4.5-star current ability goalkeeper, and being without him, as you can see, has led to this happening. I don't even really know how. It's not like we're conceding loads of goals. I think it just kind of indirectly lowers the overall quality of the squad. Brian Taborga, as much as he was good on his debut in the cup final last season, he's not quite the same imposing physical presence. A tiny little 6'2". How you can be 6'2" and barely 12 stone? The man blow away in the wind. Goodness me. But yeah, he's played the last 6 games and we've only won 2 of them. So I'm officially blaming him. We've also lost Lucas Gonzalez to injury. So that's both of the Gonzalez brothers out. And Lucas Gonzalez might never play for us again because he is part of the ongoing transfer merry-go-round. He leaves on the 1st of July. We've got agreed an £8 million fee for him, and we've immediately reinvested our £8 million in Brian Barazza, who we were looking to bring in before, the striker from Universidad de Chile. He's an Argentinian striker. He comes in along with Hidalgo, who was already coming in, and we've obviously already got a couple of good young strikers here as well. We've also got Gonzalo Castillo coming in, a 32-year-old Argentinian winger who can also play centre-back. He is only 5'8". Don't expect to see him at centre-back. But we probably do need another right winger at the club. And if we have a look at the strength in depth that we'll have, obviously Basualdo is going to be here until the end of the season before he joins up with Inter. Castillo, almost as good as Basualdo, which is nice. Sandoval has already moved on from the club. We sold him for £4 million. I don't know why he's still showing on the list there. It's a little bit alarming. The rest of the transfers I think we'd already arranged in the last episode. These are basically the ones from the summer that fell through. We unfell them through as soon as the transfer window closed, and they're all coming in on the 1st of July. So money-wise, we've still got a little bit of wheeler dealing that we can do, but lots is going to happen when we hit the 1st of July. Frustratingly, we play River Plate in the league a couple of days before those transfers all arrive. We'll only actually have the final 5 games of the league season with the transfers having gone through, but of course they will all be here for the League Cup, which then picks up when the league ends. All of that being said, today the focus is going to be on the Copa Sudamericana, because obviously we are here in South America with a view to winning the Copa Libertadores. In order to know that we're eventually going to be able to be competitive with that, I'd quite like to win the Copa Sudamericana this year. It's the South American equivalent of the Europa League. We got to the quarterfinal last year before getting knocked out. We have a group stage. We're going to show you both of these first 2 matches in the group stage, hopefully win them, and hopefully go on to have a lovely time in the South American Europa League. I don't know why they don't call it that. That would make a lot of sense for those of us in Europe. First up, we've got Club Sport Emelec, who are off of Ecuador, and then we're also going to be playing off of Brazil. I assume that's what they like to be referred to as. We still don't have the Brazilian name fix on. I could do it. Apparently you can add it mid-save. I just keep forgetting. If we end up managing in Brazil, I promise I'll do it then. But first up is Emelec, and this is the team. In fact, hold on. Is it match day? It is match day. Why are we kicking off at 8:45 in the evening? That's madness. So this is the team. It is Taborga in goal. A back four of Flores, Godoy, Palazza and Carrera. Rodriguez and Lepera in midfield. Mancinelli, Guilherme and Basualdo behind Arrieta. up front. Arrieta's actually getting the nod ahead of Herrera currently. I mean, Herrera is currently injured. He's out for the next 3 weeks, but Arrieta had moved ahead of him in the pecking order anyway. And with 2 new strikers coming in July, obviously we have got Gonzalez leaving, but Herrera needs to stop picking up these little injuries. He started the season injured when I had planned to start the season with him as my main starting striker. And now with Gonzalez injured, he's picked up another knock. He's already fallen behind Arrieta, who has taken his opportunity and is scoring goals. Herrera's in a very real danger of getting to the middle of the season and being 4th choice striker, despite the previous 1st choice striker having moved on, which isn't great for his development. He still is only 19, but he needs to stop with the injuries and have a little run in the team and prove to me that he is a long-term solution. Otherwise, we're just going to go with some of these other chaps that we've got knocking around the place. We don't have room for sentiment, although we've done the Kurt Villakazi treatment with Kurt Villakazi in the past, and I like to identify myself a youth player and build the entire club around him. If Herrera's going to be injured the whole time, Arrieta will just pretend he's the one that I identified, and it'll be fine. Right, Carrera with the cross, looking for that far post where Mancinelli was lurking, and it ends up falling to Flores. Flores bursts into the area, pulls one back. Guillem with the shot, but it's saved by the Emelec goalkeeper. There doesn't look like as many fans have turned up for this match. Mancinelli, don't do the short corner. Matey's come short here, but we've gone with the outswinger, which does trouble me a little bit. You know I prefer an in-swinger, and now Guillem with the cross. Players lining up in the middle to nod that in, and no one's able to make contact with it. Mancinelli back to La Pera, and once again they smother us, and the chance goes begging. We've had a bright start there, but despite a bright start, we've only actually had 1 shot, and it was off target. So a bright start counts for nothing if you're a little bit weak in front of goal again, as we have been on occasions. It's kind of started again recently, and I don't care for it. We're already on an XG of over 1. That shows how much was created in that early little spell. But their goalkeeper is on a 7.0. They're playing a flat back 7, which is perverted in their home match, and now we're trying a pervert corner of our own, and it's about as effective as you'd expect a short corner to be. Short corners are for cowards. Mancinelli plays it in. Arrieta's there, and that is not a goal because he's offside. I think we've gone to VAR. I suspect that's being disallowed for offside. It has been, but demonstration again from Arrieta that he is a decent finisher. We don't need to see that he was miles offside. That's just going to make me sad. I still think his long-term future is playing on the wing anyway. Probably on that right-hand side. He's a left footer. We'll probably end up turning him into an inside forward on that right-hand side. And that way we can get him and Herrera into the team and use the 2 strikers that are coming in as more experienced, like, rotation options. Although the one coming in from River Plate's only 23. So he's probably ready to take his opportunity and prove that he's got what it takes to be a top-level star. Anyway, Mancinelli, and now we've hit the post from Palazza. I mean, I don't know why we're not doing in-swinging corners. The set-piece instruction is very clear. We want in-swinging corners. I mean, do we have... Guillem's a right footer. Can he not take a corner? I mean, Palazza's been fouled there, surely? No? Apparently not. And we have yet another corner, and once again it's going to be another left-footed outswinger from Mancinelli, and once again he's gone for the short corner. I mean, can we just do a proper corner? We're doing outswingers and short corners, and they're not proving as effective as the good old in-swinger would be. Sigh is what I have to say about that. 11 corners we've had in this first half. We're on an XG of 2.12. It isn't a great advert for Arrieta. The fact that our XG is that high and we're somehow still not able to get the breakthrough. Flores cuts it back to Mancinelli, who plays it across to Guillem, and it's blocked again. And they have just got men in front. I mean, this is what happens when you play against a flat back 7. Look at the number of blue shirts in that penalty area. It's ridiculous. And we just can't break them down. This is where you need that cutting edge from a real top-level striker that we maybe don't have, which is a worry when I've just sold him, the 3rd top scorer in the league. I mean, he's injured today anyway, so we wouldn't be playing him even if he was here. Look at the state of those match stats, though. This doesn't bode well for life in the South American Europa League. XG now up to 3, and we're still not able to make the breakthrough. We probably need to try some different personnel, don't we? We don't really have another striker to bring on, though. The other 2 that we could use are both injured. So I guess we need to bring on players around him. Basualdo, there you go. There's the breakthrough. Heck, he kicked that hard, didn't he? That's what Inter Milan are getting. Absolutely walloped it past the goalkeeper. We finally make the breakthrough, which means I was right all along. Trust the process. Didn't need to change anything. Papering over the cracks. We love it. 1-0. I have to remember we have got Taborga in goal, though. So if they do decide at any point to maybe try and attack, we might have a problem. German Oliveira is going to come on. We've not really given him much of an opportunity yet. He's had a few substitute appearances, still yet to start a proper game. He started a game in the Cup, but continuing to push his development. And then we've got other young striker options. Sylvester Miranda, 6'1" at 17 years old, is promising. I don't think I've ever used him. I suspect those appearances were before I arrived last season. I mean, it's rude not to have a look at him, I suppose. Get him on as well. And then Mancinelli, we also don't really have anyone who can come on. Oh, Janovic is there. Sat there as the substitute goalkeeper, so Janovic can come on. So all eyes on Miranda, who at only 17, once the transfers have all gone through, he's likely to be 5th or 6th choice striker, but he can play on either wing as well. And goodness me, Basualdo is kicking the football quite hard. Miranda looks like a big boy, doesn't he? 6'1", but with all that hair, makes him look about 6'4", which is not the worst thing for a striker to look like. We like a big meaty boy. And now he can take an in-swing. I mean, it's a left footer as well, but he can take a corner apparently. Looking for the in-swinger to the near post. Palazza hits the post. How many chances is he going to get to? I mean, I know he's a centre-back. He's not really in the team to be a major source of goals, but I imagine half of that, almost 4 XG, has gone to Palazza from corners. Right, Rodriguez, back to Godoy. Godoy to Palazza. And now Carrera, as we look to build something down this side again. Miranda's there, almost scoring on his Kev debut, but it's pushed around the post by the goalkeeper. I imagine another healthy portion of XG there for him as well. And we finally have an in-swinger from the left-hand side. Janovic as a right footer taking the corner and looking for that in-swing. He's gone far post, so just for goodness sake, won't someone do a near post in-swinging corner for me? We've had about 35 corners and they've all been rubbish. Right. We're going to get Palazza off to just save his tired old man legs. He's young. It's the other ones who are old men. In fact, we'll take off Godoy as well. We're going to protect our only defenders that we've got. Tio Clecchio and Trujillo coming on. Tio Clecchio is definitely another one that we're looking to get rid of for July. So the pre-transfers for July's wheeler dealing are still not done. I can't believe the absolute state of these match stats, by the way. This is absolutely ridiculous that we're only winning 1-0. And if we end up conceding a late equaliser, I'm putting my monitor out the window because it's ridiculous. Janovic, can we put this on the head of a defender and do a football goal? No, he's gone far post again, for goodness sake. How hard is it to do a near post in-swinging corner? Look at 20 corners we've had today. An XG of 4.66, 35 shots. We scored 1 goal. I mean, at least we got the 3 points. That's all that really matters. But that really was an exercise in frustration. And now we play bah. And I suspect we're going to have to be a little bit more clinical against them, or else we might not have a very nice time. Right, no changes for the bah game, who, by the way, they are down in 12th place in Brazil, although to be fair, only after 2 matches, or 1 match, so probably can't judge them just yet. Let's see how they got on last season. Of course, there's this Brazilian football is bonkers as well, isn't it? So they do win their state championship, but they are very much a really not very good bottom half team. They got relegated not so long ago and look like they are regular. I mean, we should beat them is what I'm getting at. Our team is unchanged because everyone's injured. So fingers crossed we can be a little bit better in front of goal, in front of our own fans, and prove that we can be competitive against the Brazilian teams, because only one team gets out of the group. So if we don't beat this lot in our home game, we really are setting ourselves up for disappointment and not even getting out of the group stage. And if we can't even get out of the group stage in the second tier continental competition, what hope have we got in the next few years of winning the top tier continental competition? I would say a slim hope. And we've conceded with the first highlight of the game, and that's a demonstration of how to do a corner properly. One shot, one goal, and we're 1-0 down. And that's problematic, because it does make things tricky. I don't know if there's maybe best runners up spots that go through. We're already looking at that. But I suspect we wouldn't get one of those if we lose a home game. We've got to be better than this. Right, Flores, who was excellent in the previous match as well. He really is becoming a very, very good left back for us. And now Flores, again, plays it back to Godoy, who, by the way, is on the verge of becoming a club legend. He's been here 10 years. He is the top name on our club icons list. And that's a lovely ball over the top for Arrieta. And that's a big miss. And once again, lack of clinical finishing in front of goal costs us, and it costs us time and time again. People questioning why I'm bringing in two strikers in the summer. That's why I'm bringing in two strikers, because the ones that we've got just miss so many chances. And Herrera, I think we've seen in the little snippets of him we've seen, is more clinical, but apparently is injury prone. So we need strikers who can actually do goals. We're going attacking, and hopefully going to find a way back into the game. We've not had a shot on target yet. It's a big contrast to that previous game where we were creating all the chances and just missing them. Today, we're barely creating chances and still missing them. And it shows just how far away we are from being competitive on a continental level. Even though we are top of our domestic league, we've obviously hit a rough patch of form in that, which is obviously carrying over into South America and Europe, as we're seeing. And yeah, this is all quite alarming. Arrieta's going to come off again. Miranda, going to be looking for his first goal. And then, I don't know, we don't really want to change the fullbacks. I just want to change something, but we don't. This is what I mean. We don't really have anyone on the bench to come on and change stuff. We'll just make the two changes. So Janovic and Miranda on. We probably could have put Miranda up with Arrieta maybe, but we're going very attacking. We're going to demand more. We at least need to scrape away back to a draw and then hope that in our away game against these lot, we've come back into some better form before we play them. Yeah, everyone's shattered now as well. There's been a week's gap between the two matches as well. It's not like we've played two matches really close together and that's why they're so tired. There you go. All changes made. We've still not had a shot on target. We've had two shots on target. Neither of them enough to warrant a highlight, though. What a terrible, boring game of football this second one has been. Right, we finally get a highlight in the 88th minute. The ball is with their goalkeeper. Hopefully he's about to do something dumb and give it away. He's facing the wrong way. There you go. He has sent everybody forward now. He has done something dumb and giving it away. And Miranda scores. Beautiful stuff. I mean, yes, I've played a lot of Football Manager over the years. And if you see a highlight that starts like that, there's always a pretty good chance it's going to end like this. And Miranda does have his first goal for the club. It's absolutely gifted to him. And it's hugely important. Can we now grab a very unjustified winner? I don't think we can. What a terrible game of football. Well, at least we got the point. We've kept ourselves alive in the group, I guess. And now we know when we head back to Brazil for the reverse fixture against them, a win and we win the group. A draw and we might get the second best, the best runner-up spot if such a thing exists. But we do need to play ourselves back into some good form before any of that happens. And I don't know how likely that is to happen until we get our keeper back, because it just seems to have absolutely wrecked our confidence, as you can see. We haven't scored more than once in a game since in anything other than the stupid cup since all the way back there over a month ago. Now it's like 6 weeks since we scored more than once in a game. Those new strikers cannot arrive soon enough. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much to these beautiful specimens who back me on Patreon, and thank you very much for watching.